I've got 2 years left here.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to discover our motivation in life.
I had gone into school going pre-med, wanting to be a physician, wanting to do oncology, clinical care, and then I started doing research with a professor on my campus and realized, I was like, oh, this is actually really fun.
Elijah Johnson is a junior at Colorado Christian University studying music and biology.
Cool, yes.
Over the summer, he was one of a few student researchers at University of Colorado Anschutz looking for answers about cancer.
I've always wanted to do cancer something, so this being cancer focused is really interesting to me, and I applied.
He applied for an internship at the medical campus to research a disease that has personal meaning to him.
That has a lot to do with my health history and my mom's health history.
And to his mom, Noelle.
My mom has had 3 different cancers as of now, and my mom's mom passed away from a cancer at 50.
Elijah, his mom, and his younger brother were diagnosed with Li-Fraumeni syndrome, or LFS, a rare heredity disorder that increases their risk for developing cancer.
LFS is a mutation or genetic change in a gene in your body called TP53 that is known as the guardian of the genome. It has a very big role in preventing cancer. So when this change takes place, like I have in my cells because of LFS, then my cells are worse at preventing cancer, and thus they can become cancerous in a faster fashion.
Johnson was diagnosed with LFS when he was in the 7th grade. He says it was stressful trying to deal with the problems of being a teenager and worried about his family.
And it was just upsetting throughout that experience of being a middle schooler and trying to find out who I was and what I was supposed to do and everything about myself. And on top of that, I had to worry about my physical health and my brothers and my mom.
For his research, Elijah worked with Matthew Bitkovsky, an associate professor of pediatrics at CU Anschutz in Aurora. Bitkovsky says having Elijah in the lab helping to do research reshaped their mission.
And we started to work on the gene TP53, which is mutated in individuals with Li-Fraumeni syndrome. We actually shifted so much of the focus of our lab toward that because we spoke to Elijah about what he'd been through.
He says working with a student like Elijah was a first.
Read about this in the past, but actually to meet someone who experienced it was a big change in my psyche as a scientist. All of a sudden you're faced with someone that has to live that reality, so what can we do to understand it in our own little way?
It's that understanding Elijah feels is important. He says his reality now is undergoing periodic screenings as a way of prevention.
I receive ultrasounds and blood work quarterly every year, and then annually I do a full body MRI scan. Screening is crucial. Screening is what allows us to catch a cancer before it's too developed to treat.
Elijah says he's grateful for the opportunity the program gave him and the time he has to help find a cure.
And I know that it might not be forever, might not be for as long as I want, or I might not do what I want in life or achieve as much as I want in life. So I know that's a possibility because of LFS, but I also know that in order for me to cope with that, I need to keep trying despite the fear of that.
In Aurora,
it's been a great experience, and I'm very grateful to continue to learn.
Byron Reed, 9 News.